Hey gang, this is Heather Gill of Places to Go with Heather Gill. In this episode of People to Know, I have the pleasure and the honor of talking today with Amy Blair. Now, this lady is amazing. She is the founder and CEO of the Batik Boutique. Did I say it right that time?
You got it.
Close enough. Amy, I'd love to hear a little bit more about your story. What started Batik Boutique? I'll get it at some point. Tell us a little bit more about all that.
Sure. Well, thanks, Heather, for having me on. I'm really excited to share with your followers. I'm originally from Texas, from Dallas, and I've been living in Malaysia. If anybody knows where that is, we're next to Singapore and Thailand, on the other side of the world, like just literally the other side. And I've been living here for 13 years. Originally, I came here working in tourism, and through my work in tourism, I realized that there was a gap in the market of a quality produced gift and souvenir that was actually authentically made here locally. And one of the biggest industries in Malaysia, not this year, but in other years, is tourism. And so I thought, it's kind of a shame that no one is producing something like more authentic and with a story to it. And then fast forward a few years later, I started a family, had a couple kids, and I met these women who were living in the government subsidized housing. So like the flats, low income areas, several of which were single moms or just had a lot of kids. And I think as a new mother, that really touched me. And I realized that they needed to do things to earn income and wanted to work, but they had obstacles like childcare and transportation, which every mother would understand that, every parent would understand that.
Right.
And so, long story short, basically a few of them had sewing machines like passed down from their mother or grandmother or someone. And I merged this concept of making a souvenir, a gift that was Malaysian, which is what this word batik is. It's actually a hand-dyed textile, a wax resist method, but very popular in this part of the world. So I merged what I knew that was cultural and had an element that we could impact with tourists, and merged that with what their skill sets were, which was basic sewing. And that's like how we got started. Was making gifts and souvenirs for tourism in Malaysia. But since then, we've expanded and we sell globally as well and do a bunch of other stuff. So, but that's the beginnings of it.
Wow, that's an awesome story. So you just kind of got over there, started doing your thing, and then just kind of saw a need and I guess you just kind of kept bumping into people, right? And
yeah.
Yeah.
I think when an entrepreneur, I didn't really know I was an entrepreneur. The other roles I'd had in my career, like in Texas, were more nonprofit and program related. I liked, back in the day, I sold Mary Kay on the side, just from extra income. So I think I enjoyed, I didn't know that was part of being an entrepreneur really at the time. I enjoyed that. And that's been a lot of my self-discovery of living overseas, is realizing like, actually, I'm really an entrepreneur and see a gap and see an opportunity and not afraid to try to solve these problems and, figure out a way to get into market and also help people at the same time.
No, I love that. That reminds me of, was it Michelangelo who carved David, right? Italian sculpture, right? If I remember the story wrong, and for you history buffs out there, correct me, I'm sure, but what I've heard was he saw the marble, and it was like he knew David was in there, right? But he had to go get him out, so he had to carve him. And I kind of feel like that's kind of the life of an entrepreneur in kind of a way. Like we just kind of like there's something there, and we just kind of start pursuing it. And as we kind of walk through life and things happen, that just kind of starts to take shape, and we kind of end up becoming, because we start walking that way.
Yeah, that's good. I think you have to be able to see what is not yet there as an entrepreneur, and therefore create. Yeah, so it's that chiseling away and sculpting and all, but you've got to be able to see beyond, what the circumstances might say today about it, because it's a whole process. But you've got to be able to see, the entrepreneur has to see ahead of that to bring everybody else around to help do their role to create this thing. And it's only really when you look back, I find, and you see your progress, because entrepreneurs are always looking forward. We have a hard time stopping, pausing, and celebrating what happened, because we're like going for the next thing already. At least I am. So it's good to pause and kind of look back and see sort of, what have you created so far? Yeah, but that's a good analogy. I like that.
Very good. Yeah. Being an entrepreneur is fun. I love it. It's good times for sure. Yeah. And it's a journey. Absolutely. I think a lot of people watching this YouTube show would, really connect with that. Yeah. So definitely so. So with the Batik Boutique and what y'all are doing, I know that I'm already seeing like some little ads because we're getting, right up against Thanksgiving, getting close to Christmas and the season of giving. And so talk to us just briefly about what y'all have got coming up for that and any fun, interesting products. I've got one of your scarves. I love it. It's beautiful. I have it at my house. I get compliments on it. It's really great. But tell us a little bit more kind of what y'all are doing this season.
Yeah. So we've had to pivot a lot this year because previous to 2020, about 80% of our revenue was in corporate gifting and in OEM and manufacturing for others all across the world. We do have 2 boutiques in Malaysia, and we when we went through a lockdown here, our lockdown was like a 3-month lockdown. It was hardcore on business owners. So like I still had to pay everyone and couldn't open even my production. Wow. So that was very challenging. So what we did in that time was we pivoted online more. We always had a website, but we wasn't very good, and like it just sort of existed. We always had problems at checkout, especially internationally. So it was always this headache, right? So we pivoted a lot during that lockdown, did a new website, hired digital marketing, started pushing product that already existed. But since then, it's the good thing for us in 2020 that we've come out of, pivoted well, is actually the online customer and trying to grow that. So it's a cost involved, especially outside of our context here. We're offering free shipping right now to anyone in America for any order over $100 US. And it's DHL, like it's good shipping, gets to your house within like a week. So we're trying to meet that demand. We've also come out with a lot of gift sets, and they're very much related around like being at home more. So we've got a baking set for like mommy and me. So it's an adult size and a kid size for boys and girls. And then we've done like a men's boxer set with a shave kit because men are always hard to gift for. We just came out with long sleeve shirts just to be, it's hot where we live year round, but we realized some parts of the world have seasons. And so we've just come out with a long sleeve. So like if a guy's on Zoom needing to be business up top, then we've got your shirt. But I think we've come out with a lot of gift sets. We have painting kits for kids to do at home. So this idea of like being at home more and like needing to entertain ourselves, Christmas ornaments for trees. I think what's important that people understand though is everything we do is handcrafted. Like the textile itself is hand painted. It's not like we just go buy fabric and sew it. Literally so many hands go into what we do. So when you see our products, like I'm super proud of like this collection we've come out with, I think is our best yet. And it's like, I think can compete at any level quality wise with any product you can get on Amazon or Target or anywhere else you're going to do all your shopping. But the difference is when you buy from us, you're literally impacting the lives of real people. At level, not all the layering of, fast fashion, all of that. So I think that's our product is very good, but I think the story is what's an incredible part to be able to gift with purpose.
No, for sure. And I love that about y'all's story. The fact that y'all are investing in people that you personally know. It's not like you just went around the corner and hired a sweatshop, if you will, right? I mean, you personally know the people that work for you. You invest back into them, and I think that's just amazing, and I love that. So definitely a great thing right there.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I mean, we with our profits in our company, we also fund the sewing training center. So we have a sewing center in those same flats where we met those first women. And now it's like a proper like sewing school, if you will, but where they also can earn, a living wage. And so our profit from our company actually pays all of that overhead and our training and machines and things. So even when you buy, like, not only is it just fair, pay, wages, but we even then take our profit and invest it back into our community. We also this year have worked with refugees, just like everywhere in the world. The refugee crisis is very real here. So we provide meals for refugees, education for refugees, stuff like that with our profit. So it's a really good cause to get your gifts from.
No, I love it. And having some of your items here at my house, I can legit say the quality is there. It's not like you randomly buy something on Facebook and you get it and you're like, this isn't at all what was in the picture. It's really good quality stuff. So absolutely check them out. Get your Christmas stuff ordered from them because they're amazing. Now let's transition. Let's get a little personal for a second. I have a bonus question for you. And the bonus question is movies. Are you more into action, drama, romantic comedies, or documentaries? What's your favorite?
Okay, so my husband will laugh at this because I generally like fall asleep in movies and yeah. So my favorite, I'm very stereotypical in this, is a rom-com. I actually like things you don't have to think about at all because I find as an entrepreneur, like also living overseas in COVID, like my life is so dramatic. I've got 3 kids on top of all that I'm trying to figure out how to get any schooling done, you know, when school's closed, and run a company. And also like the action and drama at this season of my life is like exhausting when I try to watch it, you know? So I literally want to turn on things. I don't mind a documentary, but I'm probably the rom-com, total chick flick, like total waste of brain space. Like because I'm just like this, you know? Yeah.
No, very good, very good. I tend to, I'm more of a comedian myself. I just hang out in the comedy world. Occasionally I watch something dramatic. When I do, Sam is like, are you feeling well? Like he feels like I'm sick or something because it's so out of my norm. But awesome. Yeah. Romantic comedies. Love it. Love it. All right. Yeah. The batikboutique.com is how you can get in touch with them. I believe y'all also have a Facebook page.
Yeah, it's also the Batik Boutique. Everything, okay. Instagram, it's all the Batik Boutique.
Perfect. So make sure you go check them out. You can order all your gifts from there and take care of all the people on your Christmas list. And last but not least, let's hear from you. Words of wisdom that you'd want to share with us today. What would you like to share?
Yeah, this is a complicated question because I was saying earlier, I feel like I have so many things to say and so few things to say this year at the same time. Right. But I think end of it, I was thinking about this as an entrepreneur and a social entrepreneur in particular. I think end of the day is like, it's just, you got to work hard and have grit. It's this word we talk about a lot, but things don't come, what you see on Instagram and all that, like, sure, for somebody out there, they started a website and overnight they were a success, but that's actually not the norm. And if you're struggling this year, especially, like, just know we're all in this together and just work hard, think outside the box, try it out. And nothing can really replace hard work, I find, and wait it out. You know, I mean, ultimately we'll see what happens. Hopefully next year will be a lot better for all of us. And, but you can't compromise hard work.
Right. That's for sure. Absolutely. Well, again, you guys can reach them, the Batik Boutique, on their website there. You can reach them on Facebook, like she mentioned, on social, on Instagram. Sounds like they're everywhere, so definitely check them out this holiday season. Amy, thank you so much for your time. I very much appreciate it.
Thanks, Heather.
All right. Well, places to go, people to know. I'll see you around.